in Rubian. Okay. I'm wondering if those Templar Guardians are tied to, I guess, specific realms, like an emerald and a ruby genetic gene code or DNA strand. And that we would maybe need to activate or plug in all the other higher DNA strands to complete, because it's almost as if we need to do some sort of recorrection with that.
Okay. All right. So then let's do that.
Okay.
How would we do that? Let me just feel into that. So, all right, let's just close our eyes, breathe in, and intentionally imagine all of the 12-stranded DNA in our auric field, connected through our chakra system, all of the strands reaching upward, twining together, reaching higher and higher, twining together, pulling down the cosmic light from above and pulling up the light from Mother Earth through our field, reconnecting. Does someone, can someone bring in some light language, perhaps? Does it feel like that would be appropriate?
I think that would be good. Yeah. Let's call in a light language. Does anyone have anything coming through at the moment?
Yeah, I can bring some in if you like. Surya Tanya Nera Korea Shilakotorian Nara Kiana Iki Kiana Kapuya Shirakuya. Truly here activating our DNA so that we can bring in the highest and best for all of us at this time, whatever level we're ready for. Shitatoya to get down into the earth fields, into Mother Gaia, into the grids where we're working today. Bringing in the protection that is needed on all four directions. Bringing the energy of the sun in to help us see and radiate into all the dimensions that are necessary for this time to start bringing healing through for Mother Earth and for humanity. Clearing off the energy of the Anunnaki and the energy of betrayal onto humanity. Activating our DNA strands to protect us further into this new earth. Anchoring it in with love and peace and harmony and protection. Ira ia 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 kukuya ishiraka surukutoya and the level and the water elements. Churukuya here maniatisha the fire element and the air element. Tuya ya ya ishik yani kikiana and the earth element here. Bringing in blessings to move forward for this grid session.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
And so it is.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. How does it feel now? Does it feel like we're...
Yeah, that definitely felt like it was doing some
Clearing.
rescue, clearing, some soul salvaging. Yeah, that was really nice.
Good. Yeah, it feels lighter.
It feels, I was just going to say that too. It feels lighter.
Much lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like there's a lot less, like you can feel that the layers in this timeline are so different than what is conscious back in the here and now, at least to me. All right, so let's start creating the seals. So everyone just connect in and imagine the flower of eternal life in a crystal template before us now, calling up all of the intention to set this guardian seal with the highest intention, containing and pulling in all of the memories of our 12 strands of DNA, fully intact, fully plugged in, connecting into the 12-sphere tree of life, which is our original template. We are connected into this grid seal and call up all of your special tools, whatever it is that you need. I'm calling up the blue flame, feeling it run through and into to charge and activate the seal. And now we're calling forth the Templar Guardians for assistance. And so speaking the intention, we come in reverence, humility, and gratitude and call upon the guardian Templars of this land to come forth. We present you now this first Uruk Unir seal and ask that it be anchored here in the Earth's grid for the good of all humanity, to be imprinted into our biological seat of creation, held in our physical vessel within our 8 original daughter cells of our tailbone, where it will remain quietly until it is activated by the cosmic events of April 2024, Anno Domini, when the royal eye of Taurus in the east beholds the hope of Prometheus as it meets with Jupiter and Uranus in the 21st degree and begins to restore our 8th and 12th portals, reversing and correcting the hijacked systems of energy that were used against us later. We ask that you install this seal and keep it safe, undetectable, and inaccessible to any fallen intruder races or any with malintent. And we ask also for you to add your intentions when the cosmic clock triggers the seals to be activated and awaken all those in humanity along the path of spiritual empowerment to release the binds of the inversions and the distortions, the memory holes, the frequency fences, all that have restricted our true infinite selves from manifesting here on earth prior to this time. And so it is.
So it is. That was lovely.
Yes, yeah.
So it is.
Thank you. And so now we're going to travel to the next site. Let me just work this.
In the meantime, Kenz, can I just say something that came through regarding Babylon?
Yes, please.
What I was getting was sort of the hijacking of the feminine energy by a time beam that came to the planet back then, sort of like a Luciferian type of spell that was done that created like a 1260 timing frequency, where instead of being on the female cycle of 13 moons, 28 days, we shifted to a calendar that was like artificial time, and it became run by sort of the priest kings of Babylon, and then eventually into the Vatican, where you kind of had the calendar system. So I saw that kind of that hijacking, and it was, yeah, and it also created a death fear that was prior to, when we were in that space, prior to the fall, there really wasn't fear of death, and it was yeah, it was like the production of language. There was more of like a telepathic knowing prior. And we moved into language, which created a lot of distrust for people that didn't know the language of other people. It's like, what are they saying? Do they really have good intentions, etc.?
Separation.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like sort of that's where the separation came from. So
Yeah.
it was like one of the first tools, one of the first ideas that I had, where I was like, I need to get on some sort of 13 moon calendar. Like I need to reconnect with that feminine energy, because the Gregorian calendar is holding down the male timing frequency and everything else that goes along with it.
Okay,
That's
so
just,
that's
yeah,
that's heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
but that's just beautiful, because I
Yeah.
think in the next temple in Uruk, there is a connection to the moon. I think the temple was dedicated to, I think it was called Nana. It was a moon god. So, and I think the creature you were talking about was possibly Anu, and Anu hijacked the Catholic Church, and he worked together with the Romans to almost, yeah, to almost put out some kind of great reset, like it's now happening on Earth again. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything that they picked up? Well, we should clear all that, right?
It's a lot.
Yes.
Eddie, do
All
you
right.
feel like you could bring a deeper clearing in through that?
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay, we call forth our container to clear and release, delete, remove, transmute, translate, heal, and repair all time code contracts and all karmic vows associated with time and the male hijacking of timing frequencies on this planet. Any and all sources or structures, known or unknown, including but not limited to the government, satanic, negative reptilian, negative ET, Anu, and the Anu grid. And we clear any non-beneficial curses, spells, incantations, charms, or vows. We clear, release, and delete any links and cross links, connections, attachments, and energy hooks, energy drains on all physical and non-physical connections used to send fear, to control or dominate or negatively influence humanity in any shape or form. We clear and release all hardware, software, and tracking equipment of this timing frequency. We clear all non-beneficial robotic energies and entities, any diabolical infestations or spores, all psychic backdoors, or all energy points for negative systems and feedback loops, all backups and firewalls running through and around, holding this planet hostage in this timing frequency. All false destruct universes and timelines, all negative collective consciousness and mentalities. We ask that they be cleared through all dimensions of space and time, through all consciousness, both known and unknown, and be released to the right and perfect place. And so it is.
So it
Thank
is.
you. So it
So it
is.
is. So it is.
So it is. Okay, so let's call up our Merkaba vessel once again. And we will travel to Uruk, which is slightly southeast from the Tower of Babel Ziggurat. So calling it up, pulling it forth, reconnecting, allowing the heart center disc to reach out as we rise up and move forward, moving in, coming into Uruk, coming down to the mound, which was the seat of the Grand Temple. This, which is considered one of the first major cities in the world. So here we are. Hopefully everybody can see this. Can see how it's all raised in this location. Okay, is anybody picking up anything here?
I was getting this is definitely an Anunnaki Stargate. I was almost seeing portals to off world locations, like as if it could take us, that there was like a gate system here we could access that could transmit us to Nibiru and also Sirius.
Yeah. I also feel like there was some forced breathing in the ziggurat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What I guess what I get is it's like a lot of radio signals being played all at once. As soon as we got close, I just felt a tremendous amount of energy, and it's very disorienting, especially at the crown chakra and above. And again, it's like so much. Let's see what IndigoAngel was saying. It's like interfering communication, and it's like having all the radio frequencies blasting all the time, and all you can do is just try to maintain your space in the middle of it.
Could it be radiation like uranium? Well, it's like Anu. So and for me it links into our almost, it's stirring up our mental body, like our emotions.
I get in
Different
something
systems,
like golds and monoatomic golds and copper, and as well the metals, also silver, for the reason of it's like robbery. I see something like robbery, and it has as well to do with blood and the female blood, and with the holiness of something like that. That's what I get in, and especially gold, monoatomic gold.
Like
that makes sense.
Anunnaki.
There's an endocrine hijack.
Yeah, this feels like this was the origination point here. And isn't that funny how, yeah, it makes sense that it would be the network, a hub for all this interconnectivity.
Yeah, it's almost like some kind of manipulation network, like a net over the earth of manipulation that's anchored in there.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like the anchoring of the AI at that time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's definitely an endocrine hijack.
So it's bringing in the organic reversals.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we need to clear this one too. Would somebody like to do a deep clearing for that? All right, I'll try it. Sorry?
I was just going to say, I can bring some light language in, but you go first.
Okay, so everyone, please just close your eyes and connect in, calling upon the connection of the sacred container, breathing in, strengthening it as we pull up our sacred tools, whatever we use. I'm calling up the blue flame and sending it down through the grid into these connecting portals, radiating it outward, drawing up all of the healing energy from the stargates, flowing it through, pushing through all of the inversions, all of the densities, closing the portals, collapsing, dissolve, collapse, and extract across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Breathing the blue flame through all of these places here out into the multidimensionality universe. Cleansing and clearing, cleansing and clearing, cleansing and clearing. Pulling in divine grace and divine gratitude, celestial holy fire, sending it through all of these networks, clearing away, collapsing down, all of the wormholes, all of the inversions. Filling in with gratitude for the process, gratitude for all of you, gratitude for this work, gratitude for the divine and the Christ consciousness. And so it is.